A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant address to lawmakers on Monday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed that there has been some progress in the ongoing negotiations aimed at securing the release of hostages held in Gaza, marking a notable development more than 14 months into the war. Netanyahu's remarks come shortly after Palestinian militant groups, including Hamas and Islamic Jihad, issued a joint statement indicating that a ceasefire agreement and a prisoner exchange deal are closer than ever. This renewed optimism follows a series of indirect negotiations mediated by Qatar, Egypt, and the United States in Doha, which have rekindled hope for a resolution that has long seemed out of reach. Everything we are doing cannot be disclosed. We are taking actions to bring them back. I wish to say cautiously that there has been some progress, and we will not stop acting until we bring them all home, Netanyahu stated in Parliament, emphasizing the government's commitment to the families of the hostages. He expressed solidarity with those affected, saying, "We are thinking of you, and we will not give up on your loved ones, who are our loved ones as well." However, the sincerity of the government's negotiation efforts has been met with skepticism from the families of the hostages, who have questioned the administration's commitment to securing their loved ones' release. Critics of Netanyahu have accused him of stalling negotiations for a truce, arguing that he has prolonged the conflict in order to appease his far-right coalition partners. On Saturday, the militant groups Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and the leftist Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine announced that progress had been made in the negotiations. They stated, "The possibility of reaching an agreement for a ceasefire and prisoner exchange deal is closer than ever, provided the enemy stops imposing new conditions." This statement follows a tumultuous period since the unprecedented Hamas attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, during which 251 individuals were abducted, with 96 still remaining hostages in Gaza, including 34 who have been declared dead by the military. The negotiations have faced numerous challenges since a one-week truce in November 2023, with key points of contention revolving around the establishment of a lasting ceasefire and the governance of the territory post-war. The armed wing of Hamas has indicated that the fate of some hostages is contingent on the actions of Israeli forces. Abu Obaida, a spokesman for the Ezzedine al-Qassam brigades, warned that if Israeli troops advance further in certain areas, it could determine the fate of some hostages. In a recent interview, Netanyahu reiterated his stance on the war, declaring, "I'm not going to agree to end the war before we remove Hamas." He emphasized that Israel would not allow Hamas to remain in power in Gaza, which is located just 30 miles from Tel Aviv. These comments came in the wake of U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's assertion that Israel had successfully dismantled Hamas's military capabilities and eliminated its senior leadership. Blinken stressed the importance of securing the release of hostages and bringing the war to an end with a clear understanding of the future governance of Gaza. On the military front, Israel's forces reported the deaths of 3 soldiers in northern Gaza, where the military has focused its operations to prevent Hamas from regrouping. Netanyahu also issued a warning to the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen, who recently launched missile attacks on Israel, injuring 16 people in Tel Aviv. He stated, "I have instructed our forces to destroy the infrastructure of Houthis because anyone who tries to harm us will be struck with full force. We will continue to crush the forces of evil with strength and ingenuity, even if it takes time." In response to the Houthi missile attacks, Israeli warplanes retaliated against key ports and energy infrastructure that the military claims support Houthi operations. These strikes have reportedly resulted in civilian casualties, with the Houthis claiming that 9 individuals were killed in the Israeli attacks. The United States has also taken military action against Houthi targets in Yemen, following the missile attacks on Israel. American and British forces have conducted strikes against rebel positions throughout the year in response to Houthi threats to shipping in the vital Red Sea region. As the situation continues to evolve, Netanyahu has expressed a desire to pursue new peace accords with Arab countries, indicating a potential shift in diplomatic relations in the region. However, the path forward remains fraught with challenges as the ongoing conflict and hostage crisis persist. The families of the hostages, while hopeful for progress, remain anxious as they await concrete actions that will ensure the safe return of their loved ones. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.